Hello, and welcome to this brief overview of our Level 2 Coaching Practicum. I'm Karen Taylor. Let's walk through this. So you know that there's a color vowel journey. If you've already done your Level 1 certificate by being color vowel trained, you're now in the Level 2 journey. And what that means is you're working through a variety of courses that we've planned for you to really break out into these deeper skills, to be able to guide a student to mastery with the vowel chart, to be able to lead chants or know how to bridge that gap between spelling and speech, for example. And so all of this experience that you see here is represented in our Level 2 courses. We have 4 core courses that I've listed up here at the top: sound awareness, rhythm and chants, spelling exploration, and vowel yoga. And then the others down here is just a sampling of our elective courses that are represented both in this first journey graphic and in this second graphic that we have available for you on the teachers page of our website at colorvowel.com. So this is a downloadable journey map. If you don't already have it, you should get it. It's there on the teachers page. But you'll see here, you've already completed basics at this point. You're starting to explore our Level 2 courses. And at any moment after your Level 1 cert, you can go ahead and audit the coaching practicum. And by the end of this short talk, you'll know why you might want to audit. There's some good reasons for that. But let's just say you're playing around here in the Level 2 experience. As soon as you have your 4 core courses, that is a great time to take the coaching practicum. And you can certainly wait until you have more of the electives, but I want you to know how soon you can take that practicum. So the coaching practicum is one, and the teaching practicum is a separate practicum component and really the capstone of the Level 2 experience. So we're here on the coaching practicum. You're ready when you've got these cores, okay? So let's now look at what that experience really consists of. It starts with you. You are one of up to 4 coaches in the coaching practicum in any given session, not more. And you're going to see why, because each of you is assigned 3 actual students who are in our course known as Speak Confidently. So Speak Confidently is our 5-week course for high, intermediate, and advanced speakers of English who study with us. You are the coaches for those students. You and your colleagues are the coaches for those students. But it's not just that. We actually have a whole plan here that wraps around everybody. So the students are in the middle. These students might be some of our very own color vowel teachers who want to improve or boost their own confidence in their pronunciation if they're non-native English speakers. Or they simply want to experience as students the approach as learners so that they can gain insight for their own teaching. So these students are professionals, some of them are teachers, but they are all adults and they all have this upper intermediate or advanced level of English. And you're their coaches. We switch them through each week, so you actually rotate to different students each week when this is a full course, which it usually is, okay? Down at the bottom of this graphic, we've got the instructor. So that's one of us, either myself or Jennifer Campion or one of our other master trainers actually teaches the course. So that's not a pressure on you. You are there to support the students in specific activities that we assign you in advance, and mostly during the lesson to observe as participant observers the classes that happen here, okay? We also support you from above. So while the students are being taught by the instructor, you are being mentored by your mentor coach. And so that's usually me, or that might be Shirley Thompson, it might be Jennifer. Depends on the roles we have assigned ourselves for that time around. Okay, so it starts to become this really, I kind of think of it as this really nutritious sandwich of everybody getting to grow in the way that is appropriate to the stage they're in, whether they're at a learner stage, they're at a coaching stage, or at a mentoring stage. We're all learning from one another, and it's just a pretty fabulous experience. Okay. I want to look at this in a slightly different way in terms of time. This is an 8-week experience with Speak Confidently sandwiched there in the center of it as a 5-week course. Okay, so what else is happening during that course? The students are attending a weekly class. It's 90 minutes long. And during that time, you are in that same class, observing the live session taught by the instructor, and you're leading select activities. And these are built on the skills you've developed in those level 2 courses, like the rhythm and chants, yoga, okay? A bit of spelling, but definitely a lot of sound awareness is coming into play as you watch how the lesson goes. After each lesson, we have a group debriefing of the coaches with the instructor and the mentor. So we can all talk about how that lesson rolled and what happened. And did you notice this? Did you notice that? So this is a wonderful, about a half-hour debriefing each week after the lesson. After that lesson, you are then, this is where your role really shines. You're reviewing learners' homework each week, and you're meeting with your mentor one-on-one in a private Zoom chat, actually a video conversation. And then based on that conversation, you're going back and providing video feedback to the learner that they then use to practice their task. It's a form of storytelling usually. And then they go back and record, and it wraps around to the next week, okay? So you have a role during class and a role between each lesson during the week in giving feedback. So we support you a great deal, and let me show you how. On the front end of your 5-week experience as a coach, we provide you with 2 weeks of training in strategies and procedures for effective coaching. How to identify errors, which errors do you choose to give feedback on, and how do you give feedback on those pieces, okay? On the back end, we also provide you with a week meeting of wrap up and conclusions, looking at the themes that arose in your own training. What made it tricky? What made you just a superstar? How did you gain confidence? All of these themes come up in that final week, okay? And so the green portion of this graphic is the way that we support you as the coach, and then everything that you do and that we do that supports the learners in Speak Confidently. We've had, I think, somewhere around 6 or 7 iterations of this course, and it is my absolute favorite because I just love watching everybody get what they've come for and at the same time give what everyone else is looking for. So it's this very much a give and take benefit to all. Okay. Just to wrap things up, the benefits overall, I'll just emphasize it's experience, experience, experience. Lots of practice, lots of insight. You get to participate and speak confidently. If you've never actually watched a pronunciation course, you're going to have a great time doing this. You'll be observing those lessons. You'll be gaining experience leading activities that if that feels like a great baby step for you, or maybe just a back to basics step, either way, it's going to be highly valuable. You get to facilitate those guided learner practice sessions, prepping them for their homework, and you'll participate in debriefing after each lesson. You receive that one-on-one mentoring and support from us, the mentors. That's a private one-on-one meeting. It's a lot of fun because we watch the learners' videos and say, what's going on here? You also provide prioritized feedback. You really get to practice giving that feedback. And you're doing that using Flip, which otherwise known as Flipgrid. And so you're getting that added benefit of watching yourself, rehearsing, re-rehearsing, and deciding when you're happy enough with it. And one of the things I love doing with respect to that is helping you know that it's okay to decide on this is good enough, that you're not going to take 30 minutes for a 2-minute video sample to decide what to give feedback on. We actually teach you how to become efficient so that if it's a 2-minute student video, you're going to finish feedback on that video in 2 to 5 minutes. So you'll gain a kind of efficiency about your work that makes your work sustainable. You receive those mentoring notes so that over the term of those 8 weeks, and especially the 5, you get a sense of where you were when you came in, what your challenges have been, how you've grown, and you'll be able to talk about what your confidence feels like at the end of those 8 weeks. Okay. In a very short time, those 8 weeks, you gain essentially months of pronunciation coaching experience. So if this is a growth point for you, you're looking for that kind of experience, so you really know that you know what you're doing when you coach somebody, this is a great way to go. Okay, so that's a bit about the coaching practicum. Next up in another video would be the information I have for you about the level 2 teaching practicum. Notice that the badge has both in the middle there. So that practicum experience that's up here in the map that I'll show you again, these are coupled together. They don't happen necessarily one after the other, just to remind you. Coaching practicum can happen as early as when you finish those cores, and the teaching practicum is definitely the last piece of the journey after those electives have been finished. Okay. I hope this has been helpful to you. We have lots of students now, so you know that there's a place for you as a coach. Our students come from all over the world and are brought to us through our Pure English Practice meetings. So if you've ever been to those, you know that that's a pretty dynamic setting, and we have lots of neat students there. So come and figure out when you can join us for the coaching practicum, and I'll be seeing you there soon. Thank you so much.